Welcome back to Just Scribble for a little bit of a different video. Not completely different because I have actually shared some in the past, but this is not a planner related video. I wanted to share my new Bible that I got with you guys. So I was actually searching for an interleaved Bible. I had been watching a YouTuber and she was sharing her interleaved Bible and how she had it set up and how she tipped in some pages with Tomoe River paper. And I was really intrigued by the interleaved Bible, but there aren't that many interleaved Bible options, and I wasn't in love with any of them. They were all perfectly fine, just none of them spoke to me. But during that search, I came across this Bible, and something about it really spoke to me, so I decided that I would go ahead and order it, and I'm really in love with it so far. I've not actually really gotten into this Bible yet, and I haven't gotten it set up yet. So if you guys are interested, once I get into it, and I've really been using it, I can do another video on it. But in this video, I just wanted to share the Bible with you guys and also I'm going to do preliminarily to set it up. This is a Lifeway women's Bible and it's a Christian Standard Bible. I do have a lot of different translations in the Bibles that I have. I do like that the Christian Standard Bible translation is just easier to read. Sometimes I just want something that's a little bit easier to read and to absorb. And I liked the fact that this one was a women's Bible, but it wasn't super girly and floral and kind of over the top. A lot of the women's Bibles that I see have a lot of florals and a lot of deco and things that I just don't really want in my Bible. And this one was plainer and I just really like it. So this one is in the marigold leather touch, and that's actually what initially drew me to it, was the color, because it is this beautiful marigold yellow color, and I just love it. I think it is so pretty. So it is coming off a little bit darker, a little bit oranger on camera than it is in person, but it is this beautiful, bright, happy marigold yellow, and I think it is so pretty. On the side, it does say CSB, Lifeway Women's Bible, Christian Standard Bible, Holman, and it is super soft and pliable, which reminds me a lot of our planners. I just love the feel of a really soft, bendable Bible or notebook. Inside it has this yellow paper. I'm not necessarily a fan of the yellow end papers, but I will probably end up covering this with quote stickers and die cuts and things like that. So that will kind of break up the yellow, but I do appreciate the yellow over like a floral print or something like that. I like that it's plain and that there's no print on the end papers. And then when you turn the page, it has a presented to page. And then turn the page, it says Lifeway Women's Bible, and then it has a table of contents. One of the things that I really liked about this Bible was the fonts. I love the fact that the titles are in this beautiful script font, but it's still easy to read, and it's in this really pretty orange color. And then the rest of the text is in just a really basic, clean sans serif font. I just really like aesthetically how that looks. So it has your table of contents, and then the books of the Bible arranged alphabetically. It has an introduction to the Bible, and then it talks about the features of this Bible. It does have short overviews and reading plans, and also the timeline and key verses at the beginning of each book of the Bible. It has charts and tables and maps. It has word studies in it, inspirational quotes, and then it has reflective questions in the Bible and also short devotional thought spaces as well. After an introduction of the features, it has a table of contents to all the features in the Bible, which has a mixture of the orange font, and then there is purple font on here too. And you guys know purple is my favorite color, and I really like that color combination. It just really looks so good to me. So it starts out with articles, then it has character profiles, a closer look, a beautiful denim blue. It has word studies, which is in purple again, further reflections in the marigold, inspirational quotes, and charts and maps. So it has a table of contents of all those extra features throughout the Bible. Then it talks to you about the Christian Standard Bible. Then it has commonly used abbreviations, and then it goes into the Old Testament with a title page that says Old Testament in the beautiful orange script that I love. And then it has an introduction page, and then it goes into Genesis. And like I said, in the features, each book has the author, the date, a summary, key verses, and then a timeline. I really like the summary at the front. I really like the different colors of fonts and what they chose. I just think aesthetically it looks really pretty. I like all the key features, and I like how they have marked the books of the Bible on the side, sideways like this. And then of course it is page numbered throughout. I just really liked this Bible when I looked at it online, and I was really excited to order it. It does have some page markers. So we have a yellow one, and then a sort of cream colored one. So you have 2 ribbon page markers that you can mark pages in your Bible. And then in the back it has the Bible in 90 days, so it has a reading plan. It has the daily bread compiled by month so that you can read the Word throughout the year. Then it has a 3-year Bible reading plan. And then it has your concordance in that denim blue color. After that it has acknowledgements. And then it has your colorful maps. And then the end papers in the back. And then the back of the Bible. And I just really like it. But I couldn't buy a new Bible and not buy new tabs. So I did also order some new tabs. Okay, so my husband just got home from work, so there may be a little bit more background noise because now everyone is home. But I did buy tabs for this Bible because, well, I just love tabs. I like to tab everything. But I really like having tabs in my Bible, and I like a good quality tab. I do have some other videos where I've shared Bibles and also where I've shared some of the Bible tabs that I like the best. So I will link those in the cards up above. But I bought the tabs for this Bible from a new to me shop because the places where I normally buy my tabs from, they didn't have any tabs that I thought went really well with this Bible. But I did find a shop on Etsy that had some tabs that I thought would look amazing with this Bible. It would coordinate with the cover and also the colored fonts that are in this Bible. And so I ordered those, and so I thought we would open them up and check them out. They are from Rosy Cheeks Lettering, and this has, I don't know what's in here. Oh, this has the other things that I added to my order when I ordered the tabs. So this is their business card, Rosy Cheeks Lettering, and then this has their Etsy shop, Instagram, and Facebook, and I will put all of that down in the description box down below. But in addition to the tabs, I did order this sticker that says, "Don't be anxious about anything, instead pray about everything." I just really liked this. I don't know that I'm going to put this sticker on this Bible. I may actually put this sticker on, or this die cut sticker on one of my other Bibles. But I did buy that. And then I bought these clear Bible prayer stickers. They're all hand lettered. And I really liked the fonts. And so I bought those. Let me turn this over so maybe you can see a little bit better. So I bought those, and I thought I could use these in the Bible when I journal in the Bible. I just really liked them. I think her fonts are so pretty. But this is the real reason that I ordered. These are the Bible tabs that I ordered. And like I said, this is a new to me shop, but I really liked these tabs. And I feel like they were almost made for this Bible because I think they're going to look so good. So it does have some Bible tab instructions. So it says that they're made with a lighter adhesive to protect your Bible pages. They can be repositioned and removed easily within the first few days of being applied, but over time they'll become more secure and they'll leave a sticky residue if you try to move them. Once you know how many tabs will fit, space them out if you want them to be even rather than starting at the top and going down. So I do usually make a template of where I want to place my tabs, and I use that template to lay them, and that's what I'll do with these as well. And it says measure down the length of your Bible page, divide by 1.75, round down, and that is the number of tabs you can fit on your page. Start with Revelation working forward so you can easily line up tabs with the previous one. That is how I always lay tabs in a planner as well. I always start from the back of the planner and then work my way forward. That way you can make sure that the tabs stick out pretty much the same spacing all the way through. So for example, when I laid these tabs on my swatch book, that's the process that I did for both the monthlies and the weeklies. It doesn't make it absolutely perfect, but it makes it a lot better than if you try to start from the front and work your way back. When ready to place them, peel the tab off the sheet and fold along the crease. Place the extra transparent part, including the beginning of the tab, onto the page, ensuring you have a small amount of tab or page to protect the tab from popping open. And then there's a video that you can watch. But these are the tabs that I got. So they're on a beautiful transparent sticker paper. So they're not too thick, so they're not going to bulk up my Bible. And I thought that this colorway, let me move the extra pages because they're all the same. I thought this colorway was absolutely perfect for this Bible. The yellow really pulls the marigold color. The oranges really match the oranges. The blues really match the denim. I just think that it's a really good match for the colors of the font and the colors of the cover. So I'm really excited to put these Bible tabs on. Now I am not going to put these tabs on camera because it takes me a really long time to tab my Bibles because there's a lot of books to tab and I want to make sure that I do the spacing correctly, and so I'll usually sit in front of the TV and watch a movie and I will tab them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tab it and then I'm going to come back and show you guys what it looks like tabbed as like a second part of this video. Before I do that though, I did just want to show you the size of this Bible just so you kind of have a reference as to its size. So this is our A5 planner, one book of our A5 planner, Plans by Just Scribble for 2025, that's on pre-order right now. And so I wanted to show you the size of this Bible compared to an A5 size notebook or planner. So you can see that the Bible is taller and wider. So this, an A5, is 5.8 inches wide by 8.25 inches tall. The Bible is going to be over 6 inches wide and over 8 inches tall. I don't know if it says exactly on the back what the exact measurements are. I don't see it on here, but I will put it down in the description box down below so that way you have that. So that way you have that information if you want it. But I did want to show you that it is bigger than an A5 size planner or notebook. And then this is a half-year planner, and that's how thick this Bible is. So that's kind of a little size comparison. That's my Bible, so I'm going to put the tabs on it, and then we will come back and check it out. And then, of course, if you want to see it later as I've been using it and what I tip into it and things like that and how I decorate the end papers, I can definitely do a flip at a later date after I get into it. But I wanted to share it with you guys. So let me tab it, and then I will come back and I will share with you guys what it looks like with all of the tabs on. All right, I am back and I have tabbed my Bible. Before I show you that and talk about that, I did just want to share that I decided to put that die cut sticker in this Bible. So this is my NIV Journal the Word reference Bible. It's also all tabbed up. I also love this one, but for different reasons. But I thought that the die cut just really matched this one really well. So I added that to the front of this one. Let me move that one aside. And here we have my beautiful marigold Bible all tabbed up. So I got the entire thing tabbed. I think it turned out pretty well. They are 100% not perfect, but I think it turned out pretty well. I'm really happy with how it looks. I think that these tabs look so pretty with this cover, but I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about the tabbing and how I do the tabbing. So I always do my tabbing in planners and in Bibles with some sort of a tabbing template. In my Bibles, that's one of three things. Either I make a template myself, measuring the size of the tabs and the size of the page, and using Microsoft Excel, I make a template of where I want to place the tabs so that I can stagger them evenly. And I use that template throughout the Bible as I'm laying my tabs. So one way that I do it in my Bibles is to make a template myself, measuring the tabs and my page and making a template of how I want to place them. Another way I do it, which is what I do in both Bibles and planners, depending on the size, is I use one of my pencil boards from Lauren Phelps Designs, because they do have, let me grab something so I can show you and hopefully it'll show up a little bit better, because they do have tab markers on the sides that you can place your tabs. And I have these pencil boards in pretty much every size that she offers. This one in particular is an A6 ring one, but it has tab placement markings on it. So if my Bible or my planner is the size of one of those pencil boards, I use that as my tab placing guide. The other way that I do it, and the way that I did it in this particular one, is I use a tab placement guide that I got online. This is from Lindsay's Wondrous Things. I will link her down below because she does have Bible tabs, which I've used in one of my Bibles, but she has this free placement guide on her website, and you can print it and then you can use that to lay your tabs. It's similar to what I do in Excel, except for she has these sort of hand-drawn color-coded tabs, and you can use that for your placement. The thing with this is you want to make sure that the tabs that you're placing fit the size that this is, and that your Bible also fits the size. So if you lay your page here, you can see that I could have used this first one and would have been pretty much top to bottom for placement, because that's how tall the 5 tab placement is. I actually used the middle one because I thought it was a better fit. So that way I would have a 4 placement and a 3 placement for my staggering, and it fits inside this Bible size. This one over here is too big, as you can see. So this would be for a much bigger Bible, but you could also size this. So this is printed just at 100% on letter size paper. And then I've actually laminated it because I've used it a few times, and I've drawn some lines on here that I use to kind of help me gauge the placement. But you could definitely size this down and make it fit the size of Bible that you have. So those are the 3 ways that I place my tabs to ensure that I have kind of even placement. So I use the center one to do the placement on this, which is why it doesn't go all the way to the edge, which is what I wanted on this particular Bible. I wanted that extra space, and I wanted the 4 and then the 3 throughout. And just like with planners and also with the tips that came with these tabs, I did start in the back, which is what I always do, and then worked my way forward. So I started with Revelation, and then I worked my way forward. And so that's how I placed them. In this one, I actually used the same template. As you can see, it kind of lines up with that. But this Bible is smaller, so they went all the way to the edge. So even though I used, heavy with 2 of these. Even though I used the same spacing, the 4 and the 3, it looks different on the 2 Bibles because this one has the extra white space on the edge. I hope that makes sense. So I wanted to tell you guys how I do my tabs, or how I do my placements, because I do that with Bibles, but I also do it with planners. It's the same process that I use for both. It's just that with the Bible you have 66 tabs, and with my planner I have either 12 or 24, depending on if I have to do the monthlies separate from the weeklies/dailies. One benefit of the planners that I've designed, and one of the things that I love most about them, is that they are bundled. So you really work in the month that you're in, which makes for very efficient planning, and you're not flipping it back and forth all the time, which I find means that you use all of your spreads more because they're right there and you don't have to flip back and forth to find them or remember to flip back and forth. But one other benefit is you only need 1 set of tabs, versus in a planner that's not bundled, you'd have to have a separate set of tabs for your weeklies from your monthlies like this, and then if you wanted your dailies you'd have to have another set as well. So that's kind of how I determine the placement, which makes the process much easier. It's very fast because you just stick your page of your template back behind your page, line it up, place it, and go to the next book, and so we were just sitting and watching TV as a family, and so I just laid the tabs during that process. I did want to, though, just mention a few things about these tabs. Overall, I really like these tabs. I like the way they feel. They have a sort of matte feel, and they're sturdy, but they're not so heavy that they're going to pull on the really thin Bible paper. And I think that the color looks really beautiful against my cover, and I really like the font as well. I think it's a really beautiful font that's fairly easy to read, but still looks a little bit fancy. And I feel like it matches the font that's in this Bible really well, and so it looks like it kind of coordinates. So I really like the font. And so I do really like these tabs, but I did want to point out a few things about these tabs. So you will see, or hopefully you can see, that this half of the tab is wider and this half of the tab is thinner. So if you buy these tabs from the same shop or one of her other colorways, you're going to have a thicker part, or a thicker half of the tab, and then a thinner half of the tab. So let me pull it up and hopefully you guys can see this on camera. So there's a thicker part and then the thinner part. And so you'll want to decide which side you want the thicker part on. I wanted it on the front of the tabs, or on the front of the page, because I go to my tabs like this. And so I wanted that longer piece there because I don't pull on my tabs to open my pages. I kind of slide my finger to the actual tab. And so for me, that made more sense. But if you're a person that grabs your tab and pulls, I think the opposite way might actually be better, and having the thicker part on the back. But you definitely have to see how you want it personally. But when you lay them, you want to make sure, that you lay enough of this piece that it sticks to the paper on both sides. So obviously this side has a long piece, but this piece doesn't have that long piece. You want to make sure that you go all the way over the edge so that the tab sticks to itself, but also the back of the tab sticks to the page. I had seen some reviews on some similar tabs and people were complaining because their tabs didn't stick, and it's because they didn't go all the way over the edge of the paper. So you want to make sure that the back side of the tab, or the shorter side of the tab, also grabs the paper. I hope that makes sense. The other thing that I did want to mention is she does indicate in her instructions, and I read them to you guys, that these are removable initially so that you can reposition them and then later they will become permanent. Technically that's true. However, they are really hard to get off. They are very, very sticky. So I actually had to remove one of mine. I had to remove Jude and reposition it because I had laid it incorrectly, and so it wasn't lining up and it was sticking way far out, and I actually tore my Bible page trying to get it off. So yes, you can remove them and you can move them immediately after you place them, but I don't think very much longer after that because they stick pretty well. But when you do that, you want to go very, very slowly, and I suggest you peel off the shorter part first and just kind of use your finger or even like a butter knife or something to kind of get under there and slowly peel that part off and separate it from the rest of the tab, and then go to the other side and do the same thing. Because if you take off this side first, like the thicker side first, and then you try to peel the thin side, that's how the page ripped. So start with the thin side and then work your way over to the thicker side if you need to reposition them. I did find that as I went through, I kind of got an idea of how much I needed to lay it over for kind of the perfect placement and to have them pretty even. I mean, they're not perfect, but to have them pretty even as far as how far they're sticking out so that it would be pretty consistent. And I think it turned out pretty well. I think that they look pretty good. And so it got easier as I went. But when I first started, I kind of messed up Jude. And so I just wanted to mention that although they are repositionable temporarily in case you screw up, it can rip your page, especially in a Bible, right? Or even if you had similar tabs for a planner, it could definitely rip your page in a tomorrow paper planner if you don't go really, really slow and start with that short side and then work your way to the front side. So I did want to mention that just so that you can learn from the mistake that I made. But that is my Bible. It is all tabbed. I think it looks so good. I'm so excited. I think it just turned out amazing and I cannot wait to get into it. But that's my video. I wanted to share my new Bible with you guys. I wanted to share my tabs and my little haul from her shop with you guys. I know this is a little bit of a different video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put them down below and I will definitely get back with you. Give me a thumbs up if you liked my share of my Bible and my tabs. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos, and don't forget to just scribble.